Good evening, sir.
Good evening,
Good
sir.
evening, sir.
Hi Tamit, yeah Kushi, Preeti, Charlika, Samat, Nityan, Sogini, Vicky. Hi guys.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Evening. Shall we wait for 2 to 3 more minutes?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Any doubts, clarification, query related to the first session? Though it's basic only. If you have any queries, you can. What happened to CR of Kolkata campus? Ramit?
Sir, I'm not aware. I'm sure they will join.
Voice is not coming properly.
Yes, sir, I'm saying I'm not aware of her. I am pretty sure she'll join, though. Also, sir, one more query regarding the link, sir. A lot of students were saying that, like, for example, when I opened Microsoft Teams, it was already registered as a class on the calendar. But a lot of students were saying that it was not there, sir. So sir, why? Is it a
No,
glitch or something?
this time there was no registration link. This time it was a
Yes, sir.
direct link.
Yes, sir. I already found it on my like Teams calendar,
No,
but
no,
a
no,
lot of
sir. No, no, no. In calendar, I put your name, Alisha's name, and Kushi's name.
oh, sir, I didn't know that.
For others, I have sent the code directly to them.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, I will do one thing. I will request Lena to create one classroom for us so that, like your actual classroom, you will be able to join. But it's a direct link only. I don't think students.
Yes, sir. No, no, sir. Nobody had any issues regarding joining.
Yeah. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great. Let's start or wait for 2 more minutes? Or should we have to wait for till Alisha's join? Or we can start? Okay, let's start. Before starting today's session, I told you no, there would be a surprise in this class. Okay, that surprise is VANNU. Do you know what is the meaning of this? Any guesses?
Sir, I'm
No, sir.
guessing it's a senior Vandana Dugar since she have joined.
Pardon, Kushi?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have said something.
Sir, I said it could be a senior Vandana Dugar since she has just joined like, the session.
Great, great. See, before introducing her, uh, I was very studious throughout my schooling career and college career. So whenever a new batch is coming, I see myself. In fact, I visualize myself. I am there with you guys in the classroom. So to compete with people like Kushi, Kavya, Thermet, and all those things. Like in 2018 batch, there were 6 students, and one of those students was Vandana Dugar. She is here to share her experience before getting into the corporate world, okay, and after getting into the corporate world, okay. Vandana, the ball is on your court, please. Are you able to share your presentation? Vandana, are you there?
So thank you so much for the introduction. Hi everyone, I'll definitely share the presentation in another 5 minutes. Once I start, giving you a walk through how corporate world and what is the difference between data science and the application and data science and business analytics and all the data analytical concepts. I would definitely urge each one of you to come on the video. That would make our interaction a little more lively and interactive. Trust me, it works. And once you join the corporate world, it won't function like you can, it never happens like you have to switch on your camera all the time. Sometimes whenever it's an important session or to make a session more interactive, we usually prefer to switch on our cameras. Trust me, I've never seen you guys. I never got an opportunity to see all of you.
I am the first one to switch on my video.
Yes.
Guys, please.
Guys, come on. It doesn't matter how you look. See, I'm not going to judge you. Neither, sir. It won't matter much. And trust me, where I work right now, I come up the way I am. I don't even comb my hair just straight away from the bed. There have been many instances where all of us have attended our normal meetings, client calls like that. None of you are turning up on the videos. Guys, come on.
See, Kushi Arya is our topper. So
See, no one is going to really judge you. Trust
she's
me.
The first one to switch on the video.
See, if you have to enter corporate world, you have to be daring. Trust me. And this is one of the first tasks that you have to do. Switch on your camera the way you look. It doesn't matter. Don't think about the background. Even I was looking for the background. Okay, let me put Friends background. Let me put a Big Bang Theory background. But it doesn't matter. Trust me. I can only see Khushi there.
There are 2 Kushis there.
I can only see Khushi Jain, roll number 21 here.
And Kushi Arya is also there.
Sir, I can see only one in camera. Guys, do you really want to enter the corporate world? Trust me. Just answer me yes or no. Just raise your hands even if you don't want to speak. It works. I'm assuming since you guys are not switching on your camera, you might not want to also talk and make this session more interactive. See, I had a meeting right now. I jumped up from the meeting to have a more interactive session with you guys. Trust me. You want to see? I'll still have my system open. So that any call come or anything comes,
Thanks a lot. I have been pestering Vannu for the last 10 days.
No, nothing like that.
Before scheduling the thing, I just started to pester her.
No, sir, did not pester.
Guys, I will count 1 to 5. All of you should switch on your video. It starts 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start. Yeah, go ahead. Logan.
I can only see 6, 4, 7, 7, including me. Okay, let it be.
Pushpendra,
Testing anyone? Any more?
Yeah. Daksh, Charu.
It's okay, guys. Don't. Maybe you can feel comfortable later on and then switch it on. It's not a mandate. It's up to you. I was just trying to make the
We
session
can
more
have a
interactive.
gala party after this course. At
Yes,
IIFT.
sir. So now raise your hands, those who are really interested to work in a corporate world. Just raise your hands. Don't speak, because I'm assuming this batch is really silent and not at all interactive. 1, 4, 5, 6. It's okay. You might also feel to enter into research. It's absolutely fine. You'll still have to deal with data and the numbers and data analytical tools. So it's okay. So I see 13 people raising their hands. So it's 50% almost. So the session, okay, 12 folks. Okay, guys, thank you so much. So today I'll be starting off the session, sharing my experience, like how I transitioned from entering into IIFT in 2018 till I left IIFT and after IIFT. So I'll be sharing all the experiences. Along with it, I'll share with you like little more concepts before you enter into the corporate world and how you need to prepare yourself to be able to successfully, work or have a profile of a data analyst or a business analyst or a data science. So mind you, like data analyst and data science, these two are very different words and cannot be used synonymously. I hope each one of you know the difference between business analytics and data science. If not, just let me know. You should be, really aware about how how different these two words are, or these two jargons are. People are using it randomly without knowing the meaning also. Trust me, even I was using 2 years back data science, business analytics, data analytics all together. So do any one of you know the meaning or the difference between business analytics, data analytics / data science? Any one of you? Just
Any
give it a
wild
shot.
guesses will do. Please try to answer.
Wrong answers are also accepted. Trust me, I'm not here to give a pre-placement talk, not to mark you on any of the assignments, and nothing. This is not a viva going on. Trust me. I just want to understand how this batch is. I know my batch. I know your seniors who left the batch right now, who left IIFT. I don't know you guys. So I want to know, where are you guys standing right now?
Remit, why can't you try to answer the question?
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
So
Hi.
I think data analytics is basically the process of analyzing raw data and trying to make sense out of it in order to make it more valuable and implement it in order to push the business towards the trends, like in order to churn. And business analytics is the process of analyzing the business trends in general in order to I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and where is data science?
Data science, okay. I think data analytics is a part of data science.
So is business analytics. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. And that's where my knowledge ends, actually.
It's not about the knowledge, it's about where we are. It's okay. This is not just the knowledge. It's good that you know this much.
Thanks.
Anyone else? See, I've been there at your place.
Kushi Jain?
Don't feel nervous or anything. Please speak. Please speak up.
Kushi Jain, why can't you tell the difference between business analytics and data analytics? Any wild guesses will do.
And data
I have
science.
See,
nothing.
the only difference between 2018-20 batch, especially Vandana and your batch, is I keep on saying, Vandana, please stop speaking, stop talking, and all those things. But आप लोगों के लिए उल्टा बोलना पड़ रहा है. Please try to answer.
See, if you go and maybe after 7 or 8 months, you will definitely have your placements or an interview, right? Trust me. At least for the 13 of you who raised your hand, and even if you are entering into research domain, you don't get an entry based on the marks. You have to speak it up in the interviews. If you don't, you are simply rejected. Trust me. Even कितना भी marks ले आओ, तुम 9 GPA ले आओ, 10 GPA ले आओ, it doesn't matter. You have to speak up. Because when you have to interact with the client or your research guide, what will you talk? You can't keep mum all the time, right? Abhi to tum virtually, you have the option of keeping your microphones muted. Just assume, had it been live session going on, will you be able to keep your mouth shut for a quite long time? I guess no, right? Kuch bhi answer karo, make the session interactive. See, I have been there, and trust me, in seminars, I used to question a lot. भले मुझे आता हो नहीं आता, but I used to question because I wanted to expand my knowledge base and make myself more informative. That's all. It's okay, let it be. So I'll share my screen. I've prepared a small presentation, like a very small presentation, not very informative.
See,
Let me know.
Vandana, just a minute. See,
Yes, sir.
because of having this session, how you have been and how you like you guys, 2018-20, of course, partial 2019-20 batch. They have told us about what they are going to do after entering the corporate world or into the research world. The purpose is here to give you a light about what and how. Yeah, please carry on, Vandana.
Yes, sir. So let me know, guys, once the guys and girls, let me know once the screen is visible to all of you. At least say yes. I can't see you guys right now.
Yeah, it's visible.
Thank you so much. So the today's session is all about an insight on data science and its application. I'll not be going into deep dive or anything into data science. I'll just give you a walkthrough. Presently, I'm working as an associate at Axtria into decision science LOB. LOB is line of business. So in Axtria, like there are three kinds of. So presently, I'm working with Axtria, which is into pharma sector. It's a one-stop solution for all the pharma companies. Our main clients are in the US, Europe, China, and currently we are trying to expand in Japanese economy as well. So it's been almost, I'll be completing 1 year at Axtria on 6th of August. And it has been a wonderful journey till now. Like it's really different how whatever knowledge I have been gaining in IIFT for 2 years and in my undergrad for 3 years, we have to apply whatever we are learning. Like somehow or the other, be it any other subject, apart from economics or any other subject which is related to economics, we have to apply it in our corporate world. Like it comes. Like that time would definitely come. So today, like this slide deals about data science and business analytics. There is a thin line of difference between business analytics, data science, and data analytics. So we all know what is data, right? Just tell me a yes, any one of you, because I can't hear, I can't see, sorry. And or
Yes.
yes. So the main difference between data science, business analytics, and data analytics, I'll be highlighting as. So for example, data analytics is a job or a profile where we typically interpret, manipulate, or understand the data. We nowhere run any kind of regression models or serve to any kind of clients, like to solve a particular business problem. It can happen like a client is asking for data interpretation or data understanding. That would be a part of data analytics. So whatever manipulation or data presenting the trend charts or the graphs and so on and so forth, anything which is related to data would be a part of data analytics. So whenever you enter a profile of a data analytics in the industry, most of the companies, like the profile is anonymous. It's an anomaly to business analytics, but in general, data analytics only means dealing with the data, presenting a report, and showing the trend of the data. using some tools. It can be SQL, R, Python. It's the way how you data, clean the data, do a data mining and present it. That's all under data analytics. Now we come under business analytics. Business analytics involves solving a particular business problem. So what we get is a huge number or a large number of structured data set. By structured data set, we mean the numbers which can be quantified, right? It's not like a sentence or in a qualitative format. If it's in a qualitative format, that data would be a part of data science, not business analytics. So business analytics would typically mean interpretation of the data. That would also imply doing data analytics using data analytical tools, which can be performed in Excel, SQL, R, Python, Tableau, or any other data software which you guys know. Business analytics would again mean, so once I get the data, it does not mean crunching the data, mining the data, and presenting it. So I think, Trimit, you pointed out it correctly when I asked you the difference. It's like gaining or presenting the insights from the data. So if I give you the GDP of all the economies, 10 countries, over a year, right? You can easily present it in chart or trend line, whatever you want. However, once you give me an insight, like these are the 10 countries, top 5 countries are these which are having higher growth of GDP over these years, that would be an insight from the data. That is data interpretation, and that is a part of business analytics. And using the data and the logic, you come up with the data interpretation as well as insights. And when you join these two, data and insights together, using your analytical skills and reasoning ability, that would also be a part of business analytics. Same is also replicated in data science. However, that I'll come to the difference at a later stage. First, let me complete about business analytics. Also in business analytics, once we present the data, we also run regression models, LM models, exponential models, probabilistic models, logistic models. We run all kind of model to provide a solution to a particular business problem. By a particular business problem, I mean, for example, just assume there is a client A who has given you n number of data sets for, to analyze their promotion channels or marketing tactics. So you have to tell them with the help of the data, which promotion channel, be it ads or banners, which is providing them more revenue. Obviously, client would be having a certain figure, like this is the return that the client is getting. By return, I mean like what is the revenue that they are getting from the per unit of spend. So let's assume that ROI or return on investment is X. Client already knows that because he has spent that much amount of money to earn that much of revenue. So he'll give you all the data sets. Now what the client will tell you is, like, these are the data sets. You give me a optimal amount of spend which I should be incurring to earn this much amount of revenue every year. Client will give you the spend, client will give you the revenue. What you need to do is, using that data and your analytical skills, and with the help of the data analytical tools, you need to present him the techniques and in which promotional channels where he should spend optimally. So that is a part of business analytics. What you're doing is you're tweaking your data, your knowledge, and your analytical skills to provide a solution to a client that is business specific or business oriented. However, in data science, we mainly use science, or when I talk about science, it does not mean physics, chemistry, or biology. It means statistics, econometrics, and your mathematical knowledge to interpret that data. And how do you do it? So you have AI and ML, which helps you do that. And also some business analytical tools. Business analytics is nothing but a subset of data science. So data science is the shelter, and business analytics, data analytics are a part of it. Like, am I making sense? Just, you can speak in any time or interrupt me anytime if you think that I need to add on something, or if I'm not making myself clear. Just let me know if it if at all it makes sense or not.
It does. So basically, you're saying that business analytics is particularly for a business, for the growth of the business. We use the tools of the data science for the growth of a particular business, and data science is can be used to interpret any raw data, right?
Not exactly. Data science can't be used to interpret raw data. It can be used to solve the business problems. However, in data science, the main techniques that you would be using would be AI and ML. And so in the thing is, in business analytics, you don't only use your data and analytical tools to help the business generate more revenue. However, like that is the main objective, but it enables business to solve their day-to-day problems. Right? If you come up with me and say ki, I want to, how do I spend optimally? I have this much of, so it's like your mom gave you a lot of pocket money. You need to spend it, right? How will you spend it? We will provide, or the business analytical people will provide you that kind of solution. Where can you spend it? Like you should spend 10 rupees on chocolates, 100 rupees on your roaming or here and there. That we tell it, which will enable you to spend optimally and run and earn maximum out of it. That is business analytics. And in data and in business analytics, the difference is between business analytics and data science. Business analytics only deals with the structured data, and data science deals with both structured and unstructured data. In data science, we don't use, it's not a business specific problems. It's a problem in general, and we use our AI and ML tools to solve those general problems. It can be business specific, but it can't be applied. If it's business specific, it would be a part of business analytics. If a problem it is in general, we can solve it by using AI, ML, or your analytical tools would be a part of it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Also in AI, so does any one of you know the difference between AI and ML? Are they complementary or are they substitutes? What are they?
I think they're complementary. I'm not really sure.
Yes, I don't know your name. Can you just say your name before you speak?
Khushi Arya, Khushi Arya.
Yeah, Kushi.
Sure.
Yes, they are complementary to each other. Correct. So, do you know why is it complementary, or what is ML and what is artificial intelligence?
No, it would be great.
You can just give it a shot.
I don't really know.
It's okay. It's okay. So, machine learning and AI, these are complementary tools that we use to solve any problem. Nowadays, it is gaining more momentum because each and every industry they want to automate things and come up with a better output and better revenue. So, machine learning is so. Can you just decipher the word? It's machine and learning. What we do in machine learning is we enable a machine to learn whatever a human can perform, right? And in machine learning, what do we do as an input? So in machine learning, what we do is we use algorithms, we use codes. We in coding, I'm like you have to coding as in coding in Python, coding in R, coding in Spider, coding in Pandas. We do all that. That is the input that you give. So that is machine learning. You are making, it's a sort of a little brain that you are developing, and the input is nothing but your codes and algorithms. That is machine learning. You make a machine well equipped to perform a function which a human can do. And once that brain is ready, so in our brain we have gray matters, and for a machine it would be algorithms and codes. Once we provide all the algorithms and codes, the machine, whatever out, it will be using its artificial intelligence. So once we provide the code, it has got a brain, that is artificial intelligence. Using that artificial intelligence, it would be performing certain output which we really want to by inputting those codes or algorithms. Is it making sense?
Yes.
So that is artificial intelligence and machine learning. So are you guys clear on what is business analytics? Data analytics and data science. Data science is the father. Business analytics and data analytics are an integral component of data science, without which data science is incomplete. Though we use statistical knowledge in both business analytics and data science, but the knowledge of econometrics or statistics or the mathematics which is involved in data science is extremely high vis-a-vis a business analytics. And the thing which links both the business analytics and data science is a programming language. Programming language is R, Python, Pandas, Spider, or Java or C++, whatever, any codes you know. Guys, please respond. Shall I move on to the next slide?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
So now tell me this thing. You guys have been into, I'm assuming, in economics field at least for 5 years, or studying economics for 5 years, 4 years at least.
Yes, something like that.
Yes. Or might be having a background of economics somehow. So tell me this thing. It's been almost 1 year that you're into your master's course and you might be willing to pursue some higher studies or get into corporate world. And trust me, you have to use these softwares, be it you're working as a research associate or a research assistant or working as a analyst or data analyst or entering the corporate. So you have to understand how your field or whatever you are studying is contributing or related to data science. Because this is the trend, and trust me, in next 5 or 10 years, everything would be automated. So tell me this thing, how your field, economics, is related to data science. I really want to understand. What do you think about the subject? Is it dynamic? Is it progressive? Or is it not at all progressive? By progressive, I mean like economics is a dynamic subject. It keeps on adapting to the externalities around itself. Or if any one of you is saying no, just let me know. Raise your hands, I can see it right now. Raise it if you think economics and data science are related. And please contribute at least 1 point so that I'll also feel glad that at least like my folks in the college, they really know what are they actually doing. And if not, just speak it. I'll tell you, I'm here to tell you how economics is related to data science and how it has been a transition. And it would be a transition for all of you. Sorry, I got dropped off the meeting. Maybe because of some technical error. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes.
you are.
Yeah.
Sorry, apologies for that. So I'll share my screen. Let me know once you can see the deck.
The screen is visible.
Visible. Thank you so much. So now we move on to how data science and economics is related. See, we are economics students. We have all the backgrounds that we want. we have the ability, we are well equipped to interpret, understand.
Sorry to
Yes.
interrupt. Are you sharing any PPT? Because your screen is visible, but not the PPTs.
Oh, so yes, I was sharing the deck. So I think, okay, it's not necessary that I need to share the deck, but still work. Now I think it would work, yeah. So is it visible right now?
Loading. Yeah.
Yes. So we all have the ability, we are well equipped, the ability to understand, comprehend, and manipulate the data. That is one, like economic student can do wonders with data, trust me. We have done that. You would be doing that in your dissertation, or you might have done that in any of the papers if you might have written anywhere. So in being an economic student, and once we enter the world, people think like economic student, अच्छा इसको तो नहीं आता होगा थोड़ा बहुत, इसको ये data कैसे समझेगा, ये data कैसे समझेगी, कैसे करेगी. People have that doubt in their mind when they come and hire economic student. But what we fail to understand is what we have. We need to present them the skills that we already have. So all these years we will be well equipped to understand the data, comprehend and quantify the business problems of the data also. We also class starting from class 11, 12 and all in the college years, we have the concept, we understand the concept of price, revenue, production, cost, economy, trade, finance, whatnot, and lastly consumer and behavioral management also. We understand all of it. So that is, and data science also requires understanding of all these concepts, as well as understanding the consumer behavior and how, not even consumer behavior, also the behavior of a country or an economy. So that is why we are always at an advantage. So if you go and ask an engineering students also, like in my office also, we have engineering students who are working same as me. But trust me, in the 1 month when I joined Axtria, so we were, we are not directly given a project to handle. We first understand the project, come up with the solutions, and then only we are assigned some other projects to work upon. In that 1 month of a project, like running regression, I knew everything, but I did not know how will I apply the concept of regression to solve a particular business problem. So there used to be talks between leaders, the project managers, and the other associates who had experience a lot. And I was there who did not had any experience. But with the knowledge of statistics, economics, I was able to contribute to the discussion which used to happen with the client also. I used to understand what is p-value, what are confidence intervals, and which model should we run, and what are the complexities and the pros and cons of a model. So, and an engineering student, they still don't know what is the meaning of a p-value or any other statistical concepts you ask them. So you guys have that skill, you possess that skill. You just need to shine it a little bit and show it to others that you shine. And you have all the required skill set. So in 1 month, I was able to contribute a lot in my first project. Then coming to the next projects, gradually I started learning some more tools. So when I entered IIFT, trust me, I did not had any knowledge of what is R, what is SQL, what is Python. I did not have any clue. Not even, if you ask me to run macros in 2018 in Excel, I was unable to do that. Because we never had to utilize all those macros or the complex function or the advanced functions of Excel. We treat Excel, it's okay, a chota mota tool. This data process kar diya, graph bana diya, Excel aata hai mere ko. No, we don't know Excel. We are yet to explore Excel also. It's a basic tool which we all should master before entering into any of the jobs. By jobs, I mean both academic as well as corporate. I have friends also who are working into academics, working as a research associate. They have to work a lot on Excel, trust me. we have to master Excel. We need to know all the concepts. So gradually in 1 year, in IIFT, I had learned all those. So we have this project which we can do under a professor also, and which IIFT does. So I also joined one of the projects under the guidance of Professor Vishwajit Nag. I completed one of the projects that was sponsored by Ministry of Commerce. And we had to do everything in Excel, run the R software to come up with a better solution to increase the exports or to finalize a deal or to make a deal between Russia and India. It was an FTA, which we were supposed to propose. And that was, what was behind that? It was one company who wanted this FTA to be signed. He was proposing let Russia and India sign an FTA because he wanted to increase the exports of aluminium from Russia to India. So every academic problem will definitely have a business problem behind it, or other way around. And both are complementary. We think, okay, like those who are interested in corporate might think, "Arey, corporate hai, I like academics more." And if I'm into corporate, I think, I like corporate more. Both are complementary. We both, academics and corporate, both need each other somehow, trust me. And I did this in the initial months, then comes the dissertation part. With the dissertation also, I think you guys might have started thinking upon the topic of your dissertation. So once you start thinking, you have to also think which tool you would be using. Try and use that tool, which is a little bit complex to handle, so that you can learn gradually. In corporate also, people do like that. And in academics also, so that their skills get enhanced. Because right now, R and Python is a buzzword. Everyone, skill set में क्या देखते हैं चार? R आता है, SQL आता है, Python आता है, इसको hire कर लो. It happens like that. अभी तो R और Python है. Next time, who knows, some other software might pop up. And we need to, so all these softwares are also related. If you know coding in one language, be it R, Python, you can do coding in any other language. It's very easy for you or anyone who is equipped with at least one coding language can do others. But it does not mean that you have to, excel in only one coding language. Achha, meko R aata hai, I'll work on R. No, it doesn't function like that. Right now, where I am working, we work on R, Python, AI, ML, Pandas, Spider, everything we work upon. Even Tableau, Power BI, Excel. So we have all those skills, and remember that you have to learn all the other tools, at least basic to seekh hi lo. You have 1 year right now, and in the corporate or in academics, wherever you folks enter, you would be learning definitely.
And please don't be scared of the word programming. As I said in the first class, a system is nothing but input, process, output. Okay, input is of course your problem, output is of course your solution. That process, that the heart, that is nothing but your programming skill. Whether you are going to make a model to arrive a solution, or whether you are going to uh, design a system that will get you that solution that you are looking for or your problem is looking for. So don't be scared about the word programming. As I said in the first class, programming is not just a cup of tea for the engineering student. Okay? As rightly said by Vanu, you are having an added advantage. I am not exaggerating anything. I am telling you the reality. Being an engineering student, I always jealous on you because you are having the basics. You know what data is actually is. But for us, data is just numbers. Okay? In fact, if you could see, if you could enter into the project world or corporate world, sense the feel for a data, so that you will be getting that data analytics and all those things in your work. Please continue.
Yes, sir. So make sure you learn at least all the languages once, explore it, right? When I entered Axtria, we had a we had a couple of workshops in IIFT also. it was conducted in Calcutta, and we were doing it virtually in Delhi. It was a 3-day workshop where we were taught basics of R. And the tool which I used in my dissertation was Stata. However, after learning R, I did not ever use it. It was just installed in my system as it is. I did not open once. And when I entered Axtria, we had these mandatory. So whenever you enter a corporate, I just know about corporate world. I'm not really sure whether it happens in academics also. So once you enter a corporate world, you have a training period, at least for a month, where they train you with the basic skill set which they want before you hit a project, hit any other project. So we had this on trainings going on for a month. So that time we did not have any programming language that we had to learn. It was only SQL. SQL is widely used for processing the data, at least in the retail sector, uh, manufacturing sector, pharma sector. It's used a lot. So we were taught all those stuff. However, we had a session on AI and ML, and in AI and ML also they also introduce basic concepts of statistics. Basic. जो तुम लोग उसमें मटाला में पढ़ोगे basic concept वो है, वो पढ़ाते हैं AI ML में. After that, what happened? So once I was onboarded into one of the projects, the software or the tool which we had to use to run the model was R, and I was really scared. Trust me. मतलब R मुझे चलाना नहीं आता था. मैंने सीखा था. I knew like the basic syntax, but I was never able to run a linear regression model or an exponential model in R until now. So it becomes really tricky. However, I knew the statistical concept, so that made my work little easier and life little easier. So you have to use R, Python, and कुछ projects ऐसे भी आते हैं जहाँ पे हमें Python, we have to use Python, and some projects where we have to use AI and ML also. So I'm just saying, like I just highlighted this point. Don't be afraid to learn. We have the background of statistics, econometrics, like which are really, really important. And the ones who have this knowledge are really at an advantage. Like there is this one colleague of mine. He is an engineer. He has been working into corporate for 3 years at least. When I asked him, like, do you know what does p-value and all these mean? Or negative exponential or LM model, what are the basic assumptions? He was not able to answer that. He was not able to answer that. And being a person with zero experience, I was able to explain him, see, this is the thing that we do, and these are the assumptions that we follow. And before running a model also, we had this discussion, which model we would be using, how will we solve the problem of multicollinearity. In corporate, it's like we don't solve the problem of multicollinearity. We have an alternative to run the model, or we tweak the model to solve the problem of multicollinearity. We don't do any other test which is required. So that is how you will be making yourself distinguishable in this world, trust me. And definitely in 1 month, I'm definitely sure once you hit the corporate or an academic world, you will be definitely be able to contribute with your knowledge, whatever you have. And it's not only economics or statistics, it also requires normal economics logic. So demand supply ka logic hota hai, price cost, macro concepts, finance concept, basic finance concept. If you enter into financial analytical world, there you have to have all these kind of knowledge. So I think you guys and girls might be learning either of the tools, right? R, Python, Tableau, or Power BI, any of the tools. R and Python, these are mainly used for coding, for running a regression model. A normal linear regression model with 1 or 2 variables can also be done in Excel. However, we don't trust Excel because it might get produce wrong results or an error which we might not be able to detect. However, in R and Python, we do that, and that's why we prefer R and Python. And nowadays, people prefer they are inclined towards Python more than R because Python is more diverse and easier to handle. SQL is mainly used for processing large chunk of data sets, which Excel can't do it. And whatever SQL can't do it, we use AI and ML to solve or process the data sets. Is it making sense to all of you guys?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Is any one of you learning any softwares or Python and would like to share an experience?
We are going to learn. That is what the
Yes, sir.
purpose of this program.
Yes, sir. I saw that poster also which you had sent me, and I was feeling little envy. I did not had an opportunity to learn all these.
We missed that opportunity.
Yes, and I
In
trust
fact,
me,
I
when
missed
you
that
sent me
opportunity.
that poster, I felt so bad that okay, we did not get an opportunity to learn all these. Had it been, it would have been really helpful for us.
Please continue.
Yes, sir.
Please continue.
Yes, sir. So, folks, just make sure whenever sir is teaching you, ask many questions as much as you can, and don't miss this opportunity because, as far as my knowledge and my connection goes, in none of the colleges they teach you all these softwares specifically. They don't. They might tell you कि R में कर लो, SQL में कर लो, Python में कर लो, अशोका में सिखाते होंगे या शिवनाथन में कराते होंगे या DU में कराते होंगे या ISI में कराते होंगे, but नहीं कराते. They don't spoon feed you at all. I have friends in ISI, in DU, in Shivnadar, नहीं होता. So make sure you learn it, and like I'll be sharing 2-3 links or just the names of the institutes also. So after the teaching, whatever you learn from sir, make sure you also brush up the concepts so that you leverage whatever you have learned in R and Python also. If you understand R very well, trust me, you will be able to understand how Python works. And programming and coding is easy. It's not difficult. It was also difficult for me a year back or 6 months back, but I'm learning right now. And learning is endless in data science. So like these are the you can go through W3 schools. This is an amazing platform for solving little queries. Also, like in Coursera, you have free courses for learning AI ML. In Kaggle, you have all the other tools which you want to. Same goes for W3 schools and analytics Vidya. So if you want, I can share the link in the chat if you want it. Else, I think every one of you might be having courses on
Yeah,
knowledge
you
too.
can share the links in the chat box.
Yes, sir. I'll send it to you. Folks, is it not interesting? Is it, are you feeling a little bored or you think you know more or is it useless for you? Just let me know.
It is actually very interesting, and
Yeah, it's pretty interesting actually.
Are you really seeing that I'm able to contribute or guide you somewhere? If not, just let me know. So I'll, try and make myself a little more contributing towards your knowledge or help you out. So I'm just assuming it's only helping 2-3 folks.
Any specific queries for Vandana?
Like you can ask me my experience about, and actually I'm into pharma sector completely. However, whatever we do is applicable to marketing, is also applicable to retail, banking, financial, all the other sectors. The tools that we use, the tools would be common to all the sectors. However, the business problem would vary depending upon the sectors. So coming to this data science and its application, like these are the top 5 industries where data science and business analytics or data analytics is used extensively. So we have our in Axtria, it's like we have offices in Europe, USA, and other countries as well. So there, all the companies they have a great pharma infrastructure for data analytics. We have clients or we have our colleagues who work in USA and they share their experiences also. So everything is automated into their industry, and the way how US pharma sector works and India pharma sector works, it's completely different. So therein, like I can share more experience in pharma because I'm into that sector. So in pharma sector in USA or any other countries, it's like they have everything automated. So when a sales representative or if I want to market my drug, if I go there, everything is automated. I just need to feed in the data, and whatever data they feed in, we get the data. We also have those tools developed in Axtria. We get those data and we provide the solutions for all these companies. And our clients, like just to give a brief, if Axtria comes to IIFT someday, our clients, or you can just Google it, our clients are GSK, Bayer, AstraZeneca, Johnson and Johnson, Johnson. These are our clients to whom we provide solutions using our data analytical tools and knowledge. And also the leaders in Axtria, like there is this one leader who have been alumni of IIFT. Being an MBA student, he was an MBA student. So see how beneficial for you IIFT and economics is. Being an MBA, if he can be an associate director, why not you guys? Contribute to this analytical world and provide great solutions to all these companies working in this sector. Don't think economics, is a very minimalistic subject or a minimum subject. It's not. It's an amazing subject, and it's an amazing decision or a great decision that you have made. You might not realize it right now. I have been into corporate for 1 year and I realize it. I'm able to contribute in the discussion which happens between one of the top leaders between our calls. So it happens like we have calls with the US folks around this time, and in that call, director, associate director, whosoever in that project is there, we all have a discussion regarding how to process the data or how to solve a data problem or how to run a model, which model to run. And with the economics and the statistics knowledge that I have, I'm able to contribute to those discussions. Okay, we can use this model, we can use this model, and we can process data this way and that way. So in retail industry, so you guys know which industry would fall into or where how data science would be applicable to retail industry, pharma, energy, banking, and all. So in media and communication and entertainment, you guys know, right, how Netflix Prime functions. When you get all the suggestions beneath, it's all AI and ML. Same goes for retail, like Myntra. Everything is automated. Pharma, I just gave you a brief about pharma, how pharma works. In banking also, they study mainly consumer behavior. On the basis of the consumer behavior, they decide किस client को credit card देना है, कौन सा client है जो fraud कर सकता है, based on the data and the interpretation. And energy is all related to oil, metallic sector. It would also incorporate your trade sector as well, like trade in energy. I missed out trade. I should have added trade. In trade also, companies like Trafigura, they have a special role for all of us. Like, I think if any one of you might have taken commodity and derivative subject, CDRM, Neeti ma'am might be teaching you, and she might give you an example of Trafigura at a later stage also. Folks, is it making sense to all of you? If any one of you wants to contribute something, or if you think I'm missing out on something, please feel free to add on. देखो अगर boring लग रहा है, grab a packet of chips or snacks and keep it aside. You can munch it. I don't have any problem.
Junk foods?
Yes, sir. Anything works.
Ma'am, in the data in this in the data analytics sector, I see like many people are coming. Computer science people are also coming. Stats people are also coming. So how? So what is the this USP of our subject economics, that and especially the MA economics, that recruiters will show interest in us when they have computer science people who explicitly have this AI and ML as their core subjects in their coursework.
Right. Can I know your name, please?
Rohan ma'am.
Don't call me ma'am. It's okay that you can call me Vandana. It's okay. I'm just a senior. Thanks, Rohan, for that question. The thing is, in my field, we have engineers, we have MBAs, we have folks who have done masters in their operation research and well. The thing is, engineers might know how a code works. They are very good at programming, right? You have an example with you, sir, Palo sir. He's an engineer. So I'm just using your field as an example. Apologies. Then we have MBAs. You see MBAs also study in IIFT. And then comes MA economics, folks like us. So engineers would know how to code. MBA would know how to market well or sell any product. We economics people, we know the coding, we know the logic behind that coding, and we also know the logic and the link between that coding and that marketing, how that coding would serve or enable me to market or earn more revenue or minimize my expenditure and maximize my revenue. We would know that link. And students or folks who have done operation research or anything, they have little knowledge of statistics and little knowledge of economics, because जहाँ पे भी statistics होगा, concept of economics would definitely be there. In operation research, one of the biggest subject, like the topic that they cover is forgetting, where you draw to the two graphs, maximize subject to the constraint. Which topic is that? There's this thing, you have two subject constraints, you use that and maximize your revenue given your cost. They know that, but we know what is revenue and what is cost. We know the logic. That's how you contribute. However, it was also difficult for me to make understand people in Axtria that I know coding. I know I can link these three concepts together, which an MBA or an engineering student might not be able to do as much as I can do, because I've studied that subject. So nowadays, people are having interest or showing interest in MA economics or economics, people who have studied economics in their masters. So that is the X factor which you have. So I had this interview and actually I had 2 HR rounds. So they asked me like one question which was related to marketing, and I was able to answer that using my concept of economics, and I drew some logic and I was able to answer the question. The question was like, there is a product, and what are the 4 P's of marketing which you will use? Just a basic concept. Then I incorporated the concept of revenue, supply, demand, and made a really good answer and showed it to the HR. And also, we are very good at understanding, or we have a great analytical skills. So if I give you a data right now, Rohan, I definitely hope that you will be able to process it and give me something insightful out of that data, right? Rather than just showing me a graph. I'm 100% sure all of you might be able to do that, all of you, because we know how this data will react or be presentable. Without an insight, a data is just useless. Without interpretation, data is just a number. So that's where we come in and we play a major role. And we also fit into all kinds of sector. We have this thing like we can't fit into sales, we can't fit into marketing. It takes a lot because these industries are getting diversified, and as of now, these marketing or sales industry where MBA people fit in, we are not being able to fit in as much because these industries have not been able to incorporate data analytics as of now. The day or the moment that these companies like HUL or PNG come and apply data analytics, we would be in demand into these industries. It's a little difficult to get in without any experience into marketing and sales directly. However, once we enter into data analytics or business analytics role, or those roles which involves the usage of data science, we are always preferred. And also, like when we had this campus batch coming for Axtria, it was like MBA people were also there, engineering people were also there, and we were only two economics people, just two. And most of the questions that they used to ask us, we were able to answer it. And when we work together, like all the engineers, MBAs, and like I think there are very handful of economics people who have taken economics as a master subject. So we are able to contribute much more. So like my MBA folks or my MBA colleagues, they ask me, what is the P value? इसके मतलब कोई econometrics book बता दो जहाँ से मैं अपना statistical knowledge improve कर सके. We don't know these. इसके पीछे के assumptions क्या होते हैं? How to decide which model to choose? They come and ask us these kind of questions. So see, Rohan, that's where you make a difference.
Yes, yes, Vandana, I think these points were more than enough. काफी आता है हमें तो फिर economics.
Rohan,
Yes, you know. You just need to believe in yourself that you know much, much more. And like I'm not, trying and comparing these two courses, MBA, engineering. These three are very beautiful in their own field. However, we stand little apart because it's just say when we, take economics as a subject. First class economics में पढ़ाई जाती है. Economics is both a social science, social भी है and it's also a science. So when a subject is both social in nature and have applications of science, it's a very dynamic subject. Since economics is a dynamic subject, that's how we can be accommodated into all kinds of sectors and adjust to the changing world and the technology which comes along with it. Like this is my perspective completely, I'm saying, and like my experience. I really am proud whatever decision I have made to choose IIFT, to choose economics.
To add on to Vandana's point, Rohan, see,
Yes.
the added advantage that you guys are having is there are three things. One is you guys are very strong in basics. Okay, that of course engineering and B students are having, but you are having the upper hand. Okay, and the second very important point is you guys are very versatile. Okay, that of course engineering students are not. That versatile in the sense you can cope up with any other environment, you can go ahead. But it is very difficult for the engineering students to cope up with. And most importantly, it is very easy for the corporate to mold you guys. Suppose if an econometric concept is coming, if you are asking an engineering student to do, they won't do it. But on the other hand, suppose if the corporate world is expecting you to learn, be it Python or R Studio, that is purely, as of now, you are thinking as an engineering subject, you will be able to learn in very fast hand. So that is why you are having that upper hand. Okay.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. Sir, here also, I had one more question for Vandana. Like, I was also seeing like economics people going in very good profiles like risk modeling, credit, like in the
Data
banks they have
science.
credit checks. So what kind of skills is required for these kind of positions? Are these the same that we are talking about, data analysis, analytics, or are there something different?
Yes, and banking sector works little different than we think. Data analytics. So when we see a job profile which is into finance or banking sector, the tool like first they would definitely want you to have a background of finance, which IIFT gives you. You have the option of specializing in trade and finance, right? And no other economics institute which gives you a master's degree have a specialization in finance. I think Gokhale has it, but their finance, I don't know what they teach. Neither ISI nor JNU nor DU has it. So we have an advantage at IIFT at that end. Also, what they prefer is they have this tool called SAS. They prefer students who know SAS. Just make sure, like, if any of the, whenever you're applying for a financial role or getting into banking sector, make sure you know the SAS tool a little bit. SQL is a must. Like they would definitely prefer a student who is having SQL and SAS, because SQL will enable you to perform or process the data and manipulate the data, the structured data, which can be quantified. However, other SAS tools will enable you to perform your analysis. So in banking sector, credit department, fraud department, risk analysis are different. In credit, so one of my friend is into American Express. His profile is into fraud assessment for the Japanese economy. So they have been using SAS right now and SQL, that is helping him. Also, they can also ask you to run models, which they definitely do, to analyze the probability of a customer going fraud or a fraudulent customer. That can be done only via modeling. So that is R or Python would definitely enable you to solve those kinds of problems. SQL, as I mentioned, is a must. Excel, make sure you have a great hands-on on Excel. Apart from basic, knowing making pivots, making pivots is a basic. That is not even a skill. You need to know how macros work, how a solver works, how a VBA works. So VBA is nothing, it's just a little coding part of Excel, which we can do, or which a web developer or a developer might need. And we would definitely need in a banking sector. So these are some of the tools if you have, and some of the knowledge if you have in these tools, as well as in little finance sector, that would definitely enable or definitely make you have a finance related job. And there also you would be doing analytics. Analytics is nothing, what is analytics? It's just combining your data and reasoning and ability on comprehending skills together. That is analytics. So definitely make your use of the finance knowledge, whatever you're getting from IIFT, and try and learn beyond. If you have to grab a job in banking and finance, or if not, then maybe you can have an year of experience in data analytics field in any of the sector or a business analytics field. And then maybe after, once you gain a little experience, maybe then you can switch into banking and finance sector. Because nowadays in banking and finance, if you talk about JP Morgan, GS, BCG, they also prefer students who are having some additional degree like CFA or FRM, because that is more related to finance. You would be studying finance right now, right? You might be having an option, 4 options of finance.
Right.
Yeah,
4 options.
So just make sure you learn any one at least to have a background of finance. And in first semester, you might have had corporate finance. That is just a basic of finance. You need to have, or you need to keep on brushing the skills or the knowledge about finance every time. Read the newspapers. And if you want to go into companies like Nomura and all, you should definitely know how trading works and how you can apply analytics to trading. Was I able to answer your question?
Yes, Vandana, very well.
No, if not, if you want that I'm missing out on something, just let me know. I'll, whatever knowledge I'm having or understanding I'm having, I'll definitely love to share it with you all. Banking and finance works a little different from all these sectors. However, data analytics, business analytics is in great demand in this sector. Great. Now coming to the next question. How fast can I learn analytical tools? Tell me.
I think the more we use the tool, the better we learn.
Exactly. Who was this?
Khushi Arya.
Khushi. Yes. Perfect answer. The more you use the tool, the more you learn about the tool, the more you apply, the better you learn the tool. See, doing a course in Coursera or Analytics Vidya, एक हफ्ते का course है, crash course है, let's do it. To just have a, to just to show in my CV कि अरे ये डाल दे, that you can do. But जो knowledge चाहिए to solve the problem and apply it, that won't come. So you have to keep on learning. As I said, R was a buzzword 4 years back, or maybe 5 years back. After that, Python came. However, the crux is still the same. It can perform more diverse function and is more versatile. So once you have an understanding in at least one analytical tool or a software, you would definitely be able to adjust and solve problems in any of the tool. You don't have to master in one, make sure. You need to know everything and also have a master in one. Having a master in one won't suffice you. You need to know everything before you step up and solve the real business problem or a CAD problem or contribute to the research society. Right now, even I am learning. People who are having 2-3 years of experience, they also learn the same tools that we are doing. People at higher levels who are leaders, who are principals and directors, they are also learning the same tools. They need to know what Python does, what R does, how is it different, what can be performed in Python. So that would only come once you start using the tool more and more and get yourself familiarized with the tool as much as you can. Just someday if you get some time, I know, getting time in second year would be a little difficult. However, if you find any time, just get some random data which is available, any sector. Get a, data set of Zomato which is available online. Try and solve the problem which areas they can expand into with the help of any tool. And that will definitely enable you to share your experience once you have an interview or apply for a job. By job, again, I mean both corporate and
Sorry
research.
to interrupt.
Yes.
Actually, I'm planning to give them some data, uh, starting from basic to advanced level data, and how they are visualizing those data. That I am planning without using the tool and after using the tool, how they are visualizing and what they are seeing into the data and how they are looking into the data and all those things I am planning.
So
Uh,
that's
tell me.
amazing. And I think that would definitely suffice. You need not look anywhere. Just make sure whenever you are doing, use some tool which you don't know. For example, if I don't know Python, I would love to take Python, love to solve those problems in Python so that I know Python and can solve problem in Python also. So make it, get out of your comfort zone when you solve all these problems to make you well equipped with all the tools that we have around us. Now, like this is the last slide that I'm having, not a slide per se. So this is the one question which every one of us would definitely have it in our mind. अगर मैं research job में apply करूँ तो क्या क्या आना चाहिए? अगर मैं corporate में हूँ तो what should I know? And this is really confusing sometimes. So कभी लगता है कि let's solve the guesstimates, let's improve our analytical skills, let's solve some little bit quants that would help, let's read some newspaper that might help. beyond all these, like that, all those things are complementary. Reading papers, solving guesstimates, solving quants, aptitudes. The most important thing is to know whatever you have done in your masters in 2 years. Like thoroughly, you should be aware what you're doing. And you should, not only know it, you should love that subject. If you love that subject, trust me, you would be able to answer all the questions in the interview. All the questions. If you know your subject, if you understand your subject, if you know the application of the subject, the nitty-gritties of the subject, you would be able to make through any of the job. Any of the job. So in actually, I'll share this experience. Like, I really don't prefer sharing this experience because it's really personal. I'm not boasting about my abilities or any kind of thing. I just had 2 rounds of interview, which was HR. I did not have any technical rounds. Whereas there were 12 others who had applied with me in Axtia after clearing through the technicals. All of them had to go for at least 3 or 4 interview rounds, where they had to give a test for technical as well as for the HR. So I knew my subject well, and in HR interview also, they asked me in both the HR interview questions, they asked me all the questions which were pertaining to HR, like why do I want to pursue the job, where do I see myself in next 5 years, 10 years, blah blah blah. All these HR questions, these are must. Apart from that, they asked me analytical questions in HR round. You know what they asked me? They asked me, what if cryptocurrency is legalized in India? What would be its implication? I remember this question. And the answer that she expected was more towards economic side, and how will I, whatever the applications or whatever the implement effect of it once the cryptocurrency is legalized in India will have on all the other sectors, and how will it contribute to the growth of the country? Such questions they ask. They also asked me p values and everything. All the questions were related to economics. All the questions I was able to make through because I knew my subject. I knew what I was doing and what I was answering. And because, trust me, my favorite subject was macroeconomics and is macroeconomics. So I was definitely able to answer all those questions, which were related to all of it. Also in the interviews, they ask you that question also, which is your favorite subject, since they see your subjects and the marks. So they did not ask me that question, which subject do I like, but all the questions were related to macroeconomics. Micro question was there regarding consumer behavior and also related to product price place promotion, which is also a concept of marketing. I also knew a little bit of marketing concepts as well. That's why I was able to answer both the marketing and economics question and related to economics. Whatever question that lady had asked me in the HR round, every question I was able to relate with economics. Every damn question. Because I knew my subject fits everywhere. We fit everywhere. And economics is versatile, dynamic, and really, really great subject. So I'll just stop sharing this deck. Let me know if any of you is having any question which I can answer or I can contribute to your learnings.
Vandana, and sir, I have actually a question to both of you. For both of you, like this is not related to data analytics, and because I think Vandana has explained pretty well about it. But how do you handle an online masters?
So I'm having this experience. We were the first batch where in my undergrad, I was the first batch where M Economics was established. I have completed my undergraduation from Amity. I have been a gold medalist in Amity. And in postgrad IIFT 2018, that was the first time that Masters in Economics program was launched. Again, being a part of an experimental batch. And again, in 2020, when COVID had struck all of us with with all the negative vibes in the pandemic, we were the first batch who had to deal with the online classes. In all the three cases, I have been the bait, and for me, it turned out to be pretty good. So the online classes, see, Rohan, it would be really difficult to handle the online classes because you're not able to see the teachers and your classmates physically. The interaction becomes really difficult.
And
Getting
Vandana,
the
tell
concept.
them at what time you used to attend the classes of CDRM and M&A.
Yes. How can I miss that?
Actually, I
CDRM.
wanted to attend.
Yes, Rohan.
Actually, I was also very fond of M&A subject, but this elective is not there this time.
Oh, but it's
It is
okay.
there. It is there. M&A is there.
No, sir. Actually, some other elective has been added this time.
Okay. Okay.
CG this time. This time, I think CG has replaced M&A.
Ah, yeah.
What is CG?
CG, I think Khushijan knows general that something. I don't remember its full name.
Computable general equilibrium model.
Right. Summer
Okay.
come.
See, personally, like, I really don't. I prefer macroeconomics and statistics more than microeconomics. My favorite subjects were macroeconomics and trade and Indian economic development. These are still my favorite subjects. And definitely, I would pursue higher studies in these subjects only if I want to ever. So, coming to online classes, we used to have classes at 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning for commodity derivatives and risk management, as well as for mergers and acquisitions. So the thing, and along with the dissertation, we had to manage. So we were assuming like dissertation and going into the college would be fun because there we can interact with our teachers and know the concepts and how to solve this problem, that problem easily. And the best part of doing offline was the library and the tower, like the tower. It's really nice to be there. But when we moved on to the online classes, though we were missing all of it, the thing is you have to manage your time really efficiently. And online, that is the main thing. So right now, also, I'm not comparing with the corporate world. In corporate world, it's really difficult because I sit at 10:40 or 11 o'clock, get up at 9 or maybe beyond that because I have to do that work. I don't have to study. I am responsible to someone. But in academics, you are responsible to yourself. You need to manage your time so well that you are through all the subjects. Though sitting in the class for 1 hour, 2 hour, and not being able to see the teacher physically really is a problem. But this is how COVID has taught us, to be dynamic, to be able to adjust to all kinds of world that we have.
Yes,
So
yes.
I'm hoping that you folks don't have classes during weekends. Only on.
No, 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 we don't. We don't.
Yes.
Fortunately, this time
Yes.
we don't.
Yes, see, you get a break for 2 days. So those 2 days you can utilize for yourself. However, your classes, I am assuming, would be till 5 or 6, not beyond that.
Yes, yes, right.
Yeah. See, COVID is preparing you guys to enter into corporate and research world. See, you log in into your college at around 9 or 8 or 7, depends upon the course, and you log off by 6. But we in the corporate, we don't have that privilege. We have to work till 9 or 10 in the night. And also lunch break is also a very skeptical thing. There have been times where I have had my lunch, breakfast, and dinner in front of the laptop, attending the meetings and doing the work simultaneously.
Oh, sad.
So take it as an advantage. Just make sure it will definitely help you in the long run. Though it's very tedious, to see the screen all the time, network disruptions, electricity failure, or I have also slept in the classes. Honestly, in online classes, there were 1 or 2 classes where I slept, and the class went on and on. That might also happen. I've also slept in my office meeting once. that because it makes your eyes little lazy because of the rays. But just make sure you have your timings. Just make sure, so when you wake up after your classes gets over, in between the classes, just excuse yourself for a minute, wash your eyes, have healthy food, drink plenty of water, and make sure at least once in a day, all your classmates, you get on a call, discuss, talk, so that it makes you feel that you're still in college and not in a online or virtual mode. Maybe on weekends or on Fridays, any of the CRs or any one of you who wants to take an initiative, just make sure the class interacts and shares. You know, just you'll definitely feel relaxed once you talk to your classmates or batchmates. Just switch on your video. If you want to include any of the faculty, you do that. Just talk to release that stress.
Yes, yes, this is a very good idea. I think we can include Bala sir and Trimit can organize a meeting.
If not, if you guys are
Actually,
fine
the
with,
thing is, actually, one more thing. Sorry to interrupt, Vandana.
yes, sir.
During Vandana's time, it was only one batch, one campus. Though those 6 people are there in Kolkata campus, it was considered to be a one batch.
Yes, sir.
Now the situation demands you are having 2 different campuses. Only day before yesterday only I came to know that most of you have never interacted together till this date. So please just get interacted with each one, okay? Especially with the other campuses, okay? If you want any help, that can be provided from us.
Sir, I can see right now only 19 students. So what is the strength of the batch in Calcutta and Delhi?
Actually, in Kolkata, it is Alisha, it is 19, right? In Delhi, it's 20. If I'm not
Okay.
wrong.
So I think it's a quite a good batch, large batch. We had
Yes.
only 18, 26 folks.
Uh, if you are giving a damn to the number, I think 1921 batch is the largest one. It's the biggest one. I think it's 24 plus 21.
Yes, sir. They have a good number of folks. So once you interact more, you would definitely be getting ideas. So it might be possible कि खुशी को ज़्यादा knowledge होगा in analytics because she likes it. And Rohan, you might be interested in academics. So you might share that knowledge or your interest because you never know any of your words, whatever you're talking, it might hit me anytime and I might be interested in that. The more you interact, see, you're not interacting with me, it's absolutely fine. I'm an outsider right now. But make sure you interact with your batchmates. That's where your networking starts. The more you have your connections, LinkedIn में तो connections बना लेते हो. LinkedIn में तो बात कर लेते हो जब जॉब चाहिए होता है. अरे रिक्वेस्ट भेज दिया, मैम व्हाट डू यू डू, हाय व्हाट डू यू डू. अभी तो बात नहीं कर रहे जब इंटरैक्टिव सेशन हो रहा है. यू आर गेटिंग दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी. अभी तो अपने क्लासमेट से ही बैचमेट से ही बात नहीं करते. जब व्हेन दे गेट अ गुड जॉब, उनके पीछे पड़ जाते हैं हम लिंक्डइन में कि कैसा जॉब है, क्या पैकेज मिला, क्या टाइमिंग है, वैकेंसी है क्या, बता देना यार मुझे भी. या अगर रिसर्च एसोसिएट है तो बता देना यार WTO वाले उठा रहे क्या, क्या क्या फैक्टर्स ये कंसिडर करते हैं उठाने के लिए. It
मैम यही
doesn't work.
गलत बात.
It doesn't work like that. Don't be little selfish, guys. Come on, don't be. Interact. अभी से networking करना सीखोगे तो आगे काम आएगा. I have all the time, since my school days, I have been an extrovert. So I can easily and freely talk to anyone if I want. The day I got into Axtria, my director asked me, he gave me a location of Noida. I straight away told him no because of the following reason. And he was shocked. He's like, the very first day you pointed out that you don't want to stay in Noida. I told, yes, sir, I have stayed in Delhi. I know how Noida is safe for me and why not Gurgaon. I am very vocalist, very. And that helps me in putting up my points everywhere. I put up my views wherever I go. And economics भी तो सिखाता है यार. बोलो, कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर स्टडी कर रहे हो, स्टडी करके अप्लाई तो करोगे ही. So I think it's all from me. Just folks, let me know whenever I can help you. If you want to have an interactive session, I can help you out in connecting with your seniors, your juniors, or amongst yourselves. Just make sure that you do. Till now, after it's been a year, it's been almost an year since I passed out. It was July, I think. No, it was June 6th, the day I had my dissertation. 6th or 7th. It was 6th of July. It's been 1 year. After that 1 year, none of us from my 2018 to 2020 batch, we have not even interacted. We thought our juniors would be organizing at least one alumni reunion, at least on a virtual world. We did not get an opportunity. We did not. Because we don't have that thing to interact and make networking and connections right now. That will definitely help you.
Yeah, I'm also planning for that, Vandana. It
Yes,
is beside this course, of course. I am planning to have a meeting with Nikita and Anush of 1921 batch, and Nikita, of course, from your batch. At least if they get interacted with each other, they will be getting some ideas like what you have given to them. So it is a platform for them to interact with each other and sharing their knowledge and ideas, and what could be the corporate world or what could be the research world and
yes.
academic world, all those things. Okay, it will at least give them a clear mind or clear insight about the whatever field they are going to take.
Right, sir. At least, if not, you're not able to utilize your own resources, which IIFT has given you. You have a wide networking facility. Just utilize that. Ping any of your juniors or seniors. Just could be idea. Na? Just don't hesitate to learn from anyone. This is what my learning has been till now from Axtria. If I don't know anything, I just go and ask. So in corporate or in research, there is nothing as a junior or senior. ऐसा नहीं होता. Everyone is equal. And we seek opportunity to learn from everyone, be it a director or be it a MBA student who has just come now and he doesn't know anything, but he knows definitely something which I don't know. Don't miss that opportunity, trust me. That will help you in long run, and you have to survive this tough road. So I think it's already 9. सबको भूख लगी होगी, I'm hoping, and you have classes tomorrow. Don't
Any other
hesitate.
questions?
Yes, sir.
Any other questions from the students? Daksh, Gautam, Grantha.
At least
Grantha, are
once
you there?
come on the video once. I want to see all of you, because someday if you cross me or I cross you, I'll not be able to know. I know this person. He or she is from IIFT and is my junior.
See, Vandana, how obedient I am. From the starting, I switched on my video.
Sir, I am obedient. I switched on my camera first.
Hey guys,
At least show me your faces and go off. No worries. I'll not capture you or not post it anywhere. I saw Khushi Arya. I saw Khushi Jain. I saw Trimit. I've not seen Rohan. I've not seen anyone.
मैम मैंने वंदना आई हैव सेंट यू अ लिंक्डइन रिक्वेस्ट मेरी
See,
फोटो तो आई नहीं थी
I told you, you guys would be interacting, not be interacting with me right now, but in LinkedIn or anywhere I would be getting a request. Not right now, but maybe at a later stage. Or any one of my batchmates would be getting an invitation just to talk. अरे ये कैसा काम चल रहा है, क्या करता है ये, या फिर प्रोफाइल स्टॉक कर लो, कुछ है नहीं तो स्टॉक कर लो. I'll see Rohan your request. I'm not
and
using my video right now.
she never added me on Facebook. Vandana.
So we'll talk about this offline.
Rohan, where are you, yaar?
सर एक्चुअली आई कैन नॉट टर्न ऑन द कैमरा सर
Okay.
And I hope all of you are keeping safe. Might have been, vaccinated. Get yourself vaccinated. And if you get an opportunity, अगर college नहीं खुल रहा, आपस में मिल लो यार. वापस नहीं आएगा ये days. Trust me, नहीं आएगा. And I really miss my hostel and the college and everything in the college. I used to interact with sir in the gym almost every day. Or when I used to cross that computer room, I used to make sure whomsoever I know, I go and talk to them. I think तुम लोग को भी नहीं पता होगा IT में बहुत सारे लोग हैं. Sumit sir है, Rakesh sir है. I remember all of them. I have spoken to them. Be it for any other reason, but I have. I used to talk to each one of them in the college. Or online में नहीं होगा. Just make sure you guys definitely have this. I think Kushi is the CR and Trimit is the CR, right?
Kushi Jain is CR. Actually, she is having some guests in his
Okay.
So
Just make sure.
Trimit is also a CR.
Yeah, just make sure Trimit and convey this to Kushi and all the other folks. You guys interact.
And Alisha is also CR from Kolkata campus. Alisha, are you there?
If anyone of you is there in Kolkata, you can catch up with me whenever we both are available. Definitely. I can share my experiences, you can share your college experiences. Maybe it can be a great learning for both of us. So utilize 1 year, whatever you have. Move out from your comfort zones. And don't have grudges against any other. At least in the batch, amongst your batchmates. Like that is my advice. Because you never know कब कौन क्या समझ है. I don't know. Someday I might interact with Trimit and Khushi. You guys might contribute something in my life. So don't have any kind of grudges. Life is small. IFT is small. And your batch is small. So interact with everyone. I think it's been a lot of GAN sessions from my end. Till 9 o'clock. 1 hour, 30 minutes. I would have been dozed off till now. Trust me. Had anyone been there. Or had I been at your place. I hope I have been able to contribute to your knowledge a little bit, if not 100%, at least 1% or 0.1%, and impart with you some clarity. And if any one of you at some point of time is facing any difficulty choosing this subject, that subject, though I might not be an expert, but still a person with little experience. So I can.
One more question from my side.
Yes, sir.
Since I have promised for them some kind of role play in every session,
Yes,
I am
sir.
having one question for you.
Yes,
Suppose you are coming to IIFT for recruiting data science student from our MA Economics 2022.
Yes,
What
sir.
would be your first question to Trimit and Kavya and Kushi Arya and Anusha?
First question.
It is very easy for you to allocate a question for Kushi Arya. First start with Kavya.
So I don't know Kavya much.
Kavya is there. Actually, Kavya is the second topper from Kolkata campus. She is very studious. She is very sincere. But opposite to you, she is very introvert.
No,
So
sir,
what
it's
would be
not
your
like
first
that.
question, Kavya?
I had an unstable internet connection, so I didn't turn on my video in the beginning of the session.
It's absolutely fine, Kavya. Great to see you. Great to see you.
And you like shared a lot of information with us. So thank you.
Thank you. I hope I was able to utilize this time and not make a wastage of it. So the first question, it's really difficult to be on the other side. I've been there at your place because I know what to answer, when to answer, but I don't know what to ask. So my first question would be, what made you think economics would suit you? Or why did you choose economics as your career path? And maybe later, which tools do you know? These are all secondary questions. These things doesn't matter. Your decisions, whatever choice you have made, you should be able to prove it to anyone. So my decision to choose economics, I can answer very well because I love the subject. I really like the subject because I see economics everywhere. Everything has economics. I can relate it. So that's how I made my first question. Like, what made you think economics would suit you? And do you think it does it complement you? Does it complement with to your personality? That subject, trust me, should reflect. Someday, maybe after 6 months, when I talk to you guys again, definitely it would reflect in each one of you. So I think, sir, this is the only question which I can ask. Another question.
A question for Trimit. Any specific question for Trimit?
So whatever interaction I had, I can, that was the general questions. Why economics? Why you chose economics, and why did economics choose you? For Trimit, it would be not specific to Trimit. I think it would be in general because I don't know each of you personally. It's a very, very tough question.
Just ask what is his CGPA.
So see, I think I'm not eligible to ask these questions.
And for Kushi?
So I think that question was for everyone.
Okay. Any question for Bala?
When are you starting to make yourself a little healthy? And start all those exercises. Yeah. Because I'm hoping like everyone, because I was suffered from COVID right now. So yes.
Definitely I will do. Thanks a lot, Banu. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, everyone. Actually, today we are also planned for that SQL session that I have already discussed with Kushi Jain, and I will send you a message. Saturday we are going to have 2 hours to 2.5 hours session. Okay, you just indicate your convenient timing. Okay, be it Saturday is holiday for me, so you can make any time that is suitable to you. Okay, but I would be requiring at least 2.5 hours. Okay, that way we are going to finish it both SQL, that is Oracle SQL and PostgreSQL also with the case study with the live data. So I would be requiring at least 2.5 hours. You just indicate your convenient time. Trimit, you just check with Alisha and Kushi and with others as well. Okay, and let me know. Okay. And tomorrow we are going to have that VPN session. I would indicate the timing. Maybe it's in the evening. Okay. It would be of 30 minutes. Okay. See, I want to check the simultaneous access. Since it is new infrastructure, we have already changed our VPN setup. Okay, you would be requiring VPN vastly in this semester. Okay, to access your data, to access your library resources vastly. So you would be requiring VPN. We want to test the performance thing. How many simultaneous users it is accommodating and all those things. So it would be, as I said, in the evening time only. I will update you that timing and all. If not tomorrow, during that Saturday session, you will club it up. Okay.
So just last one word which I want to convey to them. You guys, since it's online, you might think that Saturday bhi class rakh diya hai, Sunday bhi rakh diya hai. Don't think that way. See, your faculty is also, all the faculties are making really sure that you guys are well equipped with all the skill set that you need before you step up into a different world altogether. Don't think it as a burden. कभी लगेगा कि हाँ 2 घंटे का बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया है. It's not, weekend खराब हो गया है, spoiled my weekend. No, it's not like that. It's adding to your skill set. तुम भले classes attend करो नहीं करो, that's your choice. Just make sure whatever skill set that sir is taking an initiative to do all these things for you. Utilize that. Utilize his learning as much as you can. Reap the maximum out of sir's learning. Even I have been there. We have had classes on we never had on weekends, but still we used to work on Saturdays for our dissertations and other stuff. We used to come for the seminars, placement talks on Saturdays also. That seemed to be a burden. But right now we realize that it was really important for us. That would be my parting words on whatever Sir Tu added. So I hope all of you stay safe. Study well, understand, know your subjects well. It's only hardly 9 or 10 months is left to maximize this. And I hope that college reopens. At least you can get to see the campus, unite there in the campus, interact with the batch. That's a must.
And I request you all to give a royal clap to Vandana. Thanks a lot, Vandana.
No, sir. So I think it was much needed that I got an opportunity to discuss and share my experience, whatever I had till now. And yes, I hope you all get good jobs, get into good colleges. If any one of you wants to pursue higher studies, just do that. Whatever you do, give your best. That's all. And maximize the learnings and everything from IIFT. And it's a grandeur place to be in. Okay. Thank you, everyone. It was a nice session. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.